Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name's Brandon.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Travis.
Will. Oh my god.
This is like in Letterkenny when they can't say, "Hey, Will, how do you doing?" and they interrupt each other.
Oh, McMurray and Wayne.
Yes. Perfect. So, a couple things before we get started. Reminder, this is an 18 and up podcast. So if you hear some dirty stuff, it's not our fault. We told you ahead of time. We're also going to say some pretty offensive stuff as well. So if you're a sensitive person, go ahead and click off the video. Step 2, I have an email that is going to be in the description. It's probably going to be the third thing down. drspinshootimpress@gmail.com. If you want us to answer any of your questions, if you have any long form advice that you will need, we can read that off on the show like I'm going to do. Now, we didn't get any emails from the last episode, so we're going to review one that I've gotten for Dr. SSI back in the day. And I want to see what everybody else would say about this person's problems. So if you have any problems, questions, any comments, leave them in the email that is in the description. Thank you very much.
Or concerns.
Back in the day.
Concerns, just put it in the comment section so I don't have to read it.
Hit that notification bell.
Fart and shit. You do it. Who's got the first topic?
I mean, if you can fart and shit at the same time, that's kind of impressive.
I can start us off. So I already read this.
I mean, I've got one if you're ready.
Your penis now makes an audible sound when ejaculating. Any sound of your choosing. What is your choice?
Ooh.
When I'm orgasming.
Yes, when you ejaculate, your penis makes any sound that you want it to. Starting full degenerate.
I'm kind of thinking like this would be kind of funny. What if it was like the womp womp womp? Like that would be hilarious. That'd be so
mine to be like a nuclear bomb, like a nuclear blast test. I wanted to go like, what the fuck? Boom.
I mean, I was thinking about like Zelda noises or something like that, like the open chest theme.
Dun, 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 dun. What was that?
I don't know.
It's a gun cocking.
Yeah, I'm about to say seriously.
Cack.
True.
A gun cock? What a pun.
Please stop.
What are you on about, Oliver?
Hey, man.
Yeah, I think
What is Oliver ever on
AC
about?
130 inbound. AC
Oh, that's a good one.
It's over.
I see 130 above.
Moabs are pretty nice too.
Very good. Very...
So what's the next topic? Or are we gonna read?
I mean,
I kind of want to talk like World War III. That was a big thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
right?
It was.
Did we not talk about that last week?
It's just like, dude, it's just dumb. I don't
feel like we talked about the draft and stuff. We totally did.
I don't follow politics a super ton, but like, I don't think World War III is gonna happen because of this. So people are blowing it out.
As long as we got nukes, we're golden, man.
Dude, it's like everyone blowing stuff out of proportion, just like when Trump got impeached. Oh, he's gonna get removed from the office. Like, no,
They
he's
put him in a
not.
peach.
Yeah. Like,
Y'all ever be a peach?
y'all
James
ever
and the giant peach.
y'all ever eat a peach and watch the sunset?
I'll look at your peach.
Oliver's on one tonight.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite. So, while this is going on, we all know that there were 2 strikes on 2 different, like ballistic missile strikes on 2 different bases in Iraq from Iran. So we know about this, but at the same time, there was also a plane crash in Iran at the same time.
I just heard about that actually. Yeah,
I haven't
Damn,
heard this
that is
yet.
I
rough.
just heard about that.
That's real rough for them.
So I'm not too sure.
Who to believe?
Yeah, I don't know who to believe because Iran is saying that it was just mechanical failure. But I saw a video on Twitter of the the plane on fire. And I don't think that happens from mechanical failure.
I saw that too, and someone was saying it was fake news, but like it's on camera.
Fake news.
Yeah, because I think it said it was like a Boeing or something like that, or maybe I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, the Boeings are getting recalled, man. I saw something about that.
They've been under fire for like years, I feel like.
I wanted
Boeing's
to
starting to go down.
saying that there's also an earthquake near Iran's nuclear power plant. Like there's all of these things manifesting within Iran.
When did that happen?
That same day.
Maybe it's the start of the rapture.
What is going on with Iran? Like, just stay away from Iran.
Dude, it's not a safe place.
We still have bases there and stuff, so like
We need to go back to isolationism, man.
That's what I'm saying.
you can't just say fuck it. We have soldiers in like
Dude, we have people all around the world.
I know,
like soldiers everywhere.
Still though.
Embassies, fucking we are so in the world right now.
I have the video.
Okay.
If you guys wanna watch it, I'm gonna post it in the chat. It's a Twitter link that I've got here.
Ooh,
links on Twitter. I like.
We like links. We like Twitter.
Man, I'm not a big Twitter fan, but I like it more than probably Instagram or Snapchat, honestly.
All right, are we starting from 0?
Yeah, start from 0.
Oh, you guys watching this right now?
We're all
we are going to watch
start from 18. 18 seconds.
18 seconds? Okay.
Yes.
Why? That's where the important shit happens?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, tell me when.
I'm on 18. Oliver, are you?
Everybody there?
I don't
Ready?
know yet. Hang on.
3.
Hold on, he said
wait. We got wait.
Are we ready?
Hang on.
Oliver.
I'm halfway playing it right now. Where's my pause button?
You have to click the video to pause it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Might be.
How old are you? 84?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you at 18?
2,
3,
1.
1.
So that like white dot that you see there is the plane. You can kind of see it moving. It's like
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
see that,
And then
yeah.
it
It's like a
blows
comet.
up.
Oh my gosh.
what?
Holy shit.
I'll
What
keep it on the
hell?
background while we're talking about it. But that doesn't look like mechanical failure.
That looks like a
That looks
crash
like a
or
literal. That
something.
thing was like a ball of fire when it came down.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it could be mechanical failure depending on what combusted or what broke. It could.
Yeah,
be.
like a
That
piece
was
of something like got into another thing and blew it up. Like
that was.
But
it
could have
still,
happened.
like, if
that was
this
the
is
case, it was
happening,
built poorly.
well, like the thing is, like with a plane, like if something happens to the plane mid-flight and like something catches fire, it's not gonna look that dim once it hits the ground, unless something broke once it hit the ground. But even then, if a plane's going full speed and it just hits the ground, something's gonna look alarming to it. It's not gonna wait to blow up until a few seconds after it hits the ground, because that little white light looked like something was like getting sparked right then and there. Like someone waited
I agree.
to.
So what are
detonate
we
something
implying
true.
here?
I'm maybe implying that there might have been a bomb, maybe
No.
implying that like someone like waited for like the plane to crash, then ran up and like decided to light something. I don't know.
I
Trump
think
put a
think
bomb
what's
in it.
going on is I don't think that they purposely shot this plane down. It was a Ukrainian plane, and I really don't even think that there were any Americans on it. I think they accidentally shot it down. I don't think that they would purposely do that. Why would they kill
still
civilians? They make
sucks,
no
though.
sense.
That sucks, man. That's fucking terrible.
So much is going bad for these fucking people.
So much is bad. So much bad is going bad for this world, man. Oh, we lost Will's video.
No, he's back. It was on purpose.
Oh, he's good. He's good. He's good.
Yay!
Really, a lot better now. Less laggy.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's that kind of stuff. I don't think that we're gonna be sent on a draft either.
No, I don't
don't
think
think
any of
so
that's
either.
gonna happen.
Well,
We're-
the reason we can't is because it was abolished last time.
and the world doesn't want war, man.
Was it abolished though? I don't think that's a thing.
Yes.
We all sign up for the
Yes.
selective service whenever we get our
No,
licenses.
but they abolished the draft. Hold up. Let's see who.
Hold up.
I'm gonna see who abolished the draft. I know someone did because me and my dad had this talk the other day.
It'd be interesting.
Was that the club?
I would not be able to go and fight. I was scared going paintballing.
Yeah, honestly.
Dude, paintballing's fun, but like you have to be like kind of mentally prepared for it a little
Okay,
bit.
so
Imagine how
I
mentally
found an
prepared you have to
article.
be.
To get fucking shot at.
Okay, all right. Hands up. Who's doing this?
All
Who's
right,
doing it?
so on January 27th, 1973, we withdrew. We drew close to the end of the Vietnam War. Congress abolished slavery, or not slavery. Wow. No, they abolished the draft. What's this? The draft law was due to expire in 1971, but Nixon decided it needed to continue and asked Congress to approve a 2-year extension.
What an ass.
What a dickhead. Fuck him.
He abolished the draft. Are you calling him a dick for doing something good?
Watergate.
Nixon?
Watergate.
Nixon wasn't Nixon like one of them? Didn't he resign before he get impeached? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a bitch.
he did some shady
Yeah.
shit, my dude.
Don't be a fucking pussy.
He did some,
But, like-
shady shit.
Yeah, so the draft has been abolished, so
hasn't?
no military branch can subjugate us to a draft unless we are in the heat of unless we are
War?
in need. But if they would
What does
want
that
to-
mean though? They can just
In
basically
need,
do
yeah, they
whatever
can they can
want to.
translate that however they want. That's basically their loophole to do whatever they want right there.
But
Yeah.
the thing that they would have to do to declare a draft is they would have to get it approved by Congress now. So they can't just if World War III happens, they can't just say, "Oh, there's a draft going out." They'd have to go to Congress, have them approve that a draft needs to be subjugated. Then once it got approved, then they could implement the draft. They
Which
can't
could
just
very
do
well
it
happen if
willy-nilly.
things go super south.
It's possible. A draft is possible, but it's not like it was in World War I or World War II, where literally the army had the power to just say it themselves. Like, we need a draft, do it.
But like, in
No,
what
now it-
situation is that really realistic?
Yeah,
So-
no, I feel like as America, we're not going to really get into a situation where they need to instill a draft on us.
Yeah, well, because
They
I
probably
mean,
have like Iron
that
Man
could
suits locked
happen.
up.
It could happen if
I
we get
say
in a
if
situation where we
nuclear-
need people.
I say if nuclear war breaks out, then.
Well, what are they
if,
going to need us for? There's going to be just bombs in the air. We're all dead at that point. Nuclear war is like the end.
I mean, it's true. I feel like a lot of wars now are fought just like with airstrikes, not just infantry.
That's why nobody will actually like do anything solid because
Like mustard gas, bro.
we just have nukes. Everybody has nukes.
I think the UN abolished
Mustard gas.
mustard gas.
yeah, it's chemical
Oh,
warfare.
definitely.
After
That shit was
World
too
War I,
savage.
But
Like,
like,
during
in what
warfare, you can't
scenario
use
it
mustard
happen?
gas.
Does it happen though? Like Iraq, who's Iran friends with? Fucking nobody.
Not really
Probably not.
anybody. They all.
They might not be friends with anybody, but they know a lot of people that aren't friends with us.
I guess that's kind of true.
I
They
think-
can
I
like
thi-
team up. Like
I think
Yeah.
who do they have? ISIS on their team? Realistically,
they
the
could-
United
We've been bombing
States,
them this whole time.
like even
They could
North
get
Korea,
on
whenever
their
they
side real quick.
no North Korea is every single time that North Korea goes against us, China's like, brother, calm down there.
Don't
Come on, little
poke the
guy.
bear. You like
I
are
don't think
sort
it's-
of in an alliance
I
a
don't think
little
it's
bit.
not China that does that. It's Vietnam.
dude, Vietnam, I feel like is a country too that doesn't like to get involved in anything.
Yeah,
Vietnam
that's-
got
we
to
fucked
like
with
pass from America to be super chill with them for like the rest of eternity because they like kicked our asses in war.
No, that's not canon.
Yeah, the Vietnam
That's
War
in the
was-
legacy.
So we
the
just like them.
The Vietnam War was so stupid. I just like read so many articles. People like, why do we even like enter this war?
Vietnam is like once somebody uses an underrated Smash Bros character and beats you, you're like, all right, respect.
So now we're like, all right, so we liked, North Vietnam, or did we like South Vietnam?
We like
How-
South
how-
Vietnam.
how about
We
Yeah,
like
yeah.
South. We like
How
South.
how about just Vietnam?
But yeah, now we like the whole thing because I think South is North or they're still fighting. I don't really know.
South is north and north is south.
Bow, Oliver, you said you had a topic.
What's the topic?
I would say, what has been your scariest dream?
Oh my.
Damn.
I have
or most memorable, whichever one you wanted to say.
I have a lot of like dreams where I mess up a big portion of my life.
Whoa,
Like I'll betray somebody, like a best friend,
like a
in a
backstabber.
dream.
Or like
Yeah.
fail a class and just throw away your chances of graduating.
But it'll be like on purpose though. Like I'll make a decision just to see what happens, and then like I immediately regret it because I either hurt somebody or if I failed a class, then in that case, you know, I'm fucked.
Yeah, dude,
I have
I've
lucid
had some
dreams.
scary ones growing up.
I have lucid dreams now. It's really fucking weird. It scares me.
Like
Damn.
in a positive
still
or
see-
negative way.
Like sometimes in a positive way, because sometimes they can be so realistic that like it seems like a deja vu moment. Like I'll have a lucid dream and then something will happen like weeks later or something like that, and you're in that deja vu moment. Sometimes they're just like really scary where like I wake up, but then it puts me in sleep paralysis, and it's really terrifying.
Are you
Sleep
telling us you have
paralysis is
visions
terrifying.
right now?
Are you
Sure,
God?
Travis?
You
No, no, do not
You have
put
visions
that.
of the future.
You still see
Don't
those
you put that
shadows
on
in
me,
your
Ricky
room?
Bobby.
You're an
I
oracle,
still
man.
see those shadows in my room. Yes, I did.
I have these lucid dreams.
Dreams.
Rest in peace, dog.
Yeah, rest in peace, Juice World.
Rest in peace, Juice.
Rip.
But yeah, like I have very lucid dreams. To the, I think.
Can you ever
so I think
control
my
your
most-
dreams? Control your dreams?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
that's like Inception type shit right
So
there.
do things happen to you or do you create the world around you?
So in a lucid dream, what happens is the way you enter a lucid dream is you're supposed to envision like what you want your dream to be. So you envision the world that you want to be placed upon, and then you control a majority of the actions that are in there. Like you control what you say, you control your actions, stuff like that. You can't control like what other people say or something like that, but you can control like what you say and how you interact with that world. And it's really awkward.
Dude,
It's a very weird feeling.
Whoa. That
I
sounds
feel
more
like I come
Ghost
into
World.
lucid dreaming like in the middle of the dream.
I
And
feel
then
that.
things
I
are
feel
already
that.
happening, and all of a sudden I'm like, bro, I'm in a dream. I can like
Yeah, you
make
have
this whatever I
consciousness.
want. And then I like have to
Exactly,
fight
yep.
the dream.
I think the
Like it's me
scariest
versus the
one-
dream. And it's trying to do what it was like. It's like, oh, I wanted him to have this dream. And then I'm like, wait, I have control here. Then I just start turning things against the dream and do what I want.
And then the dream retakes control over, and then you're like, fuck, man.
The dream just wakes
Let's
me up
have
at that
fun.
point. He's like, abort mission.
Abort mission.
Very
I've
rarely
had-
have I had a dream where I can control it. I feel like I'm always just like I wake up. I feel like I always just remember the middle of it, so I'll wake up like
Right.
right
Not a
after the
lucid dreamer.
middle.
I get
mean,
so
it's very
pissed.
rarely. Like I remember some dreams when I was younger about like some really like scary shit that I'm just like, and I still remember it because it was that scary.
Like what? What kind of scary shit?
So there was this one dream. I don't know if you guys have ever been to my house besides maybe Brandon, but I went outside like at the end of our deck out of my mudroom door that like goes out to the driveway. It was really early in the morning, and all I remember just seeing is this very thick, heavy fog everywhere. And all of a sudden, I see like a shadow, like almost like a silhouette shadow, where you can still see like people coming through the fog, but you see their shadow. And it was a bunch of freaking zombies, and like
Oh
they
my
all had
God.
like bats and everything.
Freaking
and all-
zombies.
It was all they all had like weapons and everything, and they were coming at my house. And it's like me and my brothers were all outside. We were like, "What the heck are we supposed to do?" So we ran upstairs and climbed on the roof. But I was so scared because I was
Oh my
younger
God.
then. But that was it freaked me out because I was like, "Who sees this ever?"
I get
Zombies
so
with
pissed.
weapons? That's pretty intense.
I think
I know,
the scariest. Oh, go ahead.
I think we all have sex dreams about
Oh, I was gonna tell my
either-
scary one.
either or like.
Oh,
Well, we can get into that. You know, every time when I have a sex dream, I always, before the intercourse starts, wake up. Every time. I've never had like a full-on sex dream in my life. Is that like the same thing for you
I get
guys?
that.
you wake up and your underwear is all wet.
That's
I
only
have
happened
had those.
twice. Twice in my life, brother.
Only twice in your life.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really had a lot of sex dreams, but some of them I've had. Yes.
He hasn't had a lot, but he's had some of them.
Yeah.
No, I've gone through with it in my dreams before. Did the deed.
I have too. It's a
It's not
weird
like
feeling when you
every
wake
time.
up afterwards
Yes, it is.
Sometimes like
because like you don't expect that. You don't expect like something to happen like on the outside. You just expect like the feeling to happen within the dream, and then it becomes so
Real.
like so real or so
It becomes
conscious, like a
reality,
conscious
and you're just
feeling.
like laying on your face, like I can't stop this now.
I
Why
can
is it happening?
imagine like
Exactly,
yeah.
Shaolin
Right.
monks meditating. That same
hate when
feeling.
I hate
There's
when
a
I wake
form
up
of
after the fact.
masturbation.
I hate when I wake up if it's a really good dream. I hate when I wake up. I'm like, fuck.
There's some
There's a
people,
form.
select few gifted individuals who don't even have to touch themselves, and they still
I've
get
heard
their
legend
off.
of these people.
I've heard that
It's a meditation
I've
technique.
heard it's very few and far between.
It's a meditation
One in
technique.
4
I
people can
saw
do it.
something.
From what I hear.
I saw a thing
Hey,
where
there's
like
4
it's a
of us.
meditation. Oh my gosh.
I hear all they need is the top of the toilet seat.
What the fuck?
It's an ability.
Oh.
Can you explain this ability? We know who it is now.
No
Wait,
chance.
well, I mean, it's there's nothing really to it. You just kind of think so
It's a
hard
thought.
that
Yeah.
He's a
you're
deep
like-
thinker.
you're like so convinced that it just happens.
Wow.
It's
I
a
wish I had
meditation
that
thing.
power. You know?
I mean, it sounds like a pretty nice power, right?
So okay.
I'm really good at persuading myself. That's why I'm like a really low anxiety, low sadness person. I'm like pretty much always happy, always in a good mood. I just tell myself how to feel.
He's conditioned like that.
How the fuck is being sad even real? Just think.
Don't. Just don't. Just think yourself out of it.
Scary story now.
So what would you rather have the ability to nut
Okay,
whenever
before
you
we
want to? You.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You have your story to tell. I'll let you do
I was
that.
about to say, are we getting ready to change subjects? Get this one.
Yeah, I feel
We're like
I
3
posed it.
subjects off, but I still want to hear your scary story.
I do too. I do too.
Okay. So it was a form of like sleep paralysis. So I fell asleep one night and I want to say like 17 or 18. And so we were at our house in Hedgesville, and upstairs I had like my own
Summer.
loft and stuff like that. So like there was a bedroom, there was a bathroom, and then there was like another bedroom that I turned into like a den area. So like one night I wasn't watching like any scary movies or anything like that. I just went to bed. There was like a very faint light on that was coming from my bedroom because I had my TV on because I fell asleep with that. So I fell asleep and like I immediately knew I was in like a lucid dream. Like I could see like my point of view. Like I didn't see like my outer body self. Like I was looking through like my own eyes,
Oh wow.
Wow.
which is what I
kind of
thought.
wild.
Which is what I thought I was looking through. So apparently, like it dropped me in like a forest or something like that. And like it was just like this thing was moving. And I was like, okay. Then I realized that I'm not in control. So it's not a lucid dream to that sense where I'm controlling what's happening. I can just see.
No.
That's it.
Oh my
And
god.
so this thing was like moving through the forest. And I was trying to figure out like where the fuck it was. Like what forest and something like that. And like it keeps moving through the forest. And I'm not seeing anything because it's like dead of night. And so then it comes up like out of a clearing and like you see this house. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like, what's the point of this dream? And like as it continues to get closer, I realize it's my fucking house. And it stops and it looks up through the window and you can see like the one light in my room, which is my TV light. So then I see it go up through, like climb up on my roof.
Like the thing you're looking through?
Yeah, like it's
Oh shit.
going into my house. And
Oh
so
my
it goes up
God.
on the other side of the house and it climbs in through a window and I can see it walking around my house. And
What
then it
the
goes
fuck?
upstairs, goes into my bedroom and stands at the foot of my bed. And then
And you
boom,
can see yourself?
I wake up.
This
Yeah,
sounds
I
like
see
some
myself
s-
asleep.
Oh.
This sounds like
And
some Stranger
boom.
Things shit.
Dude, I wake up and boom, I'm in sleep paralysis. And I'm just staring like I cannot move my fucking body. I can't even move my head. The only thing I can move is my eye.
Can
and
you
it was
see the
like
thing?
No, that's the thing. I didn't see the thing, but like it felt something laying on top of me, holding me down.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
how it
common
feels.
thing.
And this
I couldn't
lasted
even
for,
open
like,
my eyes when I was in sleep paralysis.
this thing lasted, like the incident with like my eyes being open and feeling this lasted for what felt like an hour. All that happened to pass was like 30 minutes, but it was terrifying.
That's
Shit.
the most trippiest thing is whenever it transitions from a dream that you're having, like a scary dream. And I have this
Yeah.
ability where I can tell myself to wake up by just blinking over and over again in my dream. One time it backfired and I was blinking and somebody was breaking into my house. So I look and I wake up and I see that person entering my room and I
my
scream
God.
at the top of my lungs and come out of sleep paralysis. And oddly enough, the next day, Travis, because you remember this, you're like, well, that's what that fucking scream was. I screamed so loud. It was
Wait,
insane.
So
where-
was someone
where was
actually
this?
breaking into your house?
482. No, this is sleep paralysis.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
okay.
I had
Oh,
dreams of people
same.
breaking in too when we
Same.
first moved in. It was like kind of like probably because we were like a little scared to be living on our own for real the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true, I guess. We had our own plays, we had to pay and stuff.
It was cool. It was cool.
42 is nuts, bro. I looking back at them, like, how did we walk away with how much security deposit we did?
Literally, I
Yes,
was
yeah,
baffled. Absolutely
it still
baffled.
kind of geeks me a little
We-
bit.
That we
would
lost
throw,
like
like-
what $100? No, we lost like
$80 or 80 or 90 bucks a piece. That's
It
it.
That
wasn't-
first
yeah.
open party that we threw there, how many
It
people
was
were there?
insane. Easily almost 100, maybe more.
you think? I think easily like 40
Yeah.
to 50, maybe.
Well, think about it, our house was kind of small.
No,
Yeah, it was.
by the end
That's
of it,
true.
by the end of it, it had to have been like 60.
Okay, I could do 60 at the
like
peak.
60.
At
Yeah,
the
that's
peak
true.
of the
I'll give you
insanity,
that.
it was probably 60.
I'll
Because
give you
I
that, 'cause it
remember
was-
we were in our house and me and you were both discussing and I was drunk as shit. I was like, listen, dude, we can't shut this down. We can't shut this down. And Travis was like, we're shutting this down. We're shutting this down. Because it was realistically like
kinda
it was dumb
crazy.
not to shut it down. So I go outside out
Fair.
front and I see just 4 random dudes smoking marijuana on our front porch. And I was
Just
like,
for the
okay,
world to see,
everybody's got to
just
go.
For the world to see.
Yeah, and this person wanted to bring 18 athletes with her, and like that
Oh,
would
yeah.
way more.
Then this
hectic.
girl pulls up with like 50 more people we don't know and is like, y'all having a party? And I'm not at it at this point. I'm like, leave. Everyone leave. Out. I like pulled the
Athletes.
plug on the lights, pulled the plug on the radio. I'm like, it's over.
Will's like, what's going on?
when
What
when
happened?
everybody gets kicked out of a party, everybody knows that like a small after party happens. You're just not close
Oh,
to the people that live
100%.
there.
Oh, for sure. Has
Like,
to.
The
That's
one
right.
time
And then I was going around like, you stay. You
Was-
stay. Listen,
we
I'm
went
kicking
to a
everyone out,
party
but you stay.
at one of the other fraternities that at the time lived near campus. And this party was so rowdy. I would say there's probably about like 60 people there, kind of same deal. And we live in a small college town, so that's about average for party. 60 to 100 is about average.
It's nice. The
Um,
100-person parties are.
crazy, nuts, dude.
They can be. They can be. They can be.
So at the time, there was a table in this living room, and it had a carpet floor, which this is important for the story. People were on top of this table just bouncing up and down, and you could see visibly. I thought it was because I was belligerent, but I asked the person next to me, "Is the floor really shaking?" It was insane. Like it was going up and down like a bed. Like it felt like a bed spring going up and down. And eventually you hear it. The loudest crack you've ever heard, minus like if you shot a gun.
The
It wasn't
crack
that
heard
loud.
around the world.
And the floor visibly like caved in.
It like kind of caved on itself. Yeah, it was kind of weird.
They kicked everybody out. And one of the owners were like, Brandon, I can't believe how caved in that floor was. It was insane. Nobody got hurt, though.
Caveman.
Nobody got hurt.
No, yeah, no one got hurt. People still had a great time. What do you mean?
So
I
what
think
was
that
the next
basement
topic
ended
you
up
were gonna
better
bring up,
off
Brandon?
from
I
hashtag
think they
Caveman.
got it fixed eventually.
Was
I
that Will?
hope.
I said, what was the next topic you were gonna bring up?
Oh, what wants to be included?
Oh,
Do you have more Dr. SSI questions?
I'll bring that up for the next time around. But
Or save it
wait,
for the
this is
end.
going back from the other thing. What would you rather be able to do? Not be able to come on your command, or be able to last as long as you want? So like,
Or isn't come on your command the same thing? Because you can just wait, and finally command it.
no, you're not allowed to prolong it, but you're allowed to do it with your mind. Whenever you wanted to. So if,
I
actually,
think I'm gonna choose lasting
like on
longer.
command,
Yeah.
like you could pull a
Yeah, I'll
trigger
choose
essentially.
last longer.
I'm gonna
I'll
go
choose
last
last
longer.
longer.
Lasting, for sure. Lasting.
Really? You guys
Easy.
don't want to nut anytime that you want?
I can already do
No,
that.
I
I already have that
do,
ability.
but I
We'll
don't
take
wanna-
the second
I don't-
ability for free.
I don't want to nut. in 5 seconds, so
Fair enough.
yeah.
Is that a call out, Oliver?
No, I'm not calling.
Are you
anybody
making a call out post on your channel?
I'm not calling anybody out right now.
Okay. I have an email. I approached this on my channel forever ago. This kid's name is Josh.
Hi, Josh.
What's up, Josh?
Hey man,
What's up, Josh?
so I'm in grade 9, and recently I've been texting and Snapchatting my crush a bunch lately, and she
Nice.
has been
All right.
also.
Okay.
So at
What?
school, I always want to go up to her and talk to her, but she's always around her friends or with them. So going up and talking to her while her friends are there is kind of awkward.
I get that.
My question is, how
Okay.
can I talk to her without making things awkward because of her friends? Keep up the videos,
We
Oh,
man.
know what the Spice Girls
When was
say,
this
man.
posted? When was this posted?
A very long time ago.
Okay, so what the hell is this gonna help?
It's not
You
going
know what
to.
the
This is an
Spice Girls
example.
say?
It's just a substance.
If you want to be
Um,
my lover, you got to get with my
I
friends.
guess, like, if you don't want to make it awkward, like, I mean, I've been in that situation too, where it's like you want to talk to somebody, but they hang out with their friends so much, so you don't want to make it
Exactly,
awkward if like
yeah.
something happens. So like, try to find like, I'm not saying like stalk her or like figure out like what time she's free, but like try to get an idea of like when she is away from her friends, so that way you can do that. Or if you want to be more upfront about it and like leave a little mystery to her friends, like go up to her while she's with her friends and say like, hey, can I talk to you in private for a second? And then just talk to her
Ooh.
that way.
Ooh, I
'Cause, like,
kinda
in-
that.
Because like in the end, like when she comes back, her friends are gonna get like curious as to like what's going on with you. and
Yeah,
your
they'll be
guy.
like,
That's
"Ooh, a
true,
guy
I
swooping
guess.
her
Exactly.
away."
Especially
Ooh,
if like her, especially if her friends think that like you're attractive, they're gonna be like, "Who is that cute boy that just pulled you aside?"
I like
And then that
call.
puts that in her mind that like, okay, if they think he's attractive, then he actually
exactly,
is
and that's
attractive.
really all you
That's a
need to start
plus.
off with.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's
Plus.
a springboard for
It's
you.
a good play.
I
Or
like.
find a social setting that like she's around. Like if she goes to like basketball games or football games, like stand next to her during those, so that way you can have a talk to her in like a social setting, but like not have the awkwardness of having to like pull her aside or like saying like, "Hey, can we meet up so I can talk to you in private?" Like if you don't want to be like that kind of creepy about it, like go to a social setting, but like a big social setting, like a
Catch her in the
party
lunch line or
or-
something.
yeah, like something like that, like something
I
in a
mean,
social
Better
setting.
with the lunch tray.
I mean, it's obviously easier if you
No.
know all of her friends, but like if you know her and like you said, Will, like if you're in a social setting, if you can somehow like isolate her, like get her
Yeah.
away from her friends. I have done that once before. It worked really
Yeah?
well.
How'd you do it?
Exactly.
Walk us through this.
It was a social gathering. We were all having a great time. I had to go get more soda, and I asked this person to come with me. And she
Oh,
said
that's a
yes.
good move too. That's a good move too. Like come up and start
There you go.
engaging the group, and then be like,
Exactly.
"Yo, I'm gonna go grab some food. You want to come?"
Exactly. Just
Exactly.
ask her, and then like you isolate her into.
So I think I have the opposite answer. I think what you do is you go up to her and her friends and be a total Chad and greet all of her friends. First you greet her, so that way the group lets you in. Then greet all of her friends and talk to her friends. So that way
But don't,
you
but
you
don't
get
talk to her.
exactly. You get the social
Okay.
proof from her friends. Then at the end, you do the Oliver strat. Hey, I'm going to get soda. You want to come with? you'll have the
That's
social
insane.
proof from your friends, and I've seen this more
Yeah.
than one time. A lot of times, girls that are not getting any will want their friends to not get any because then they'll get jealous if their friend gets some. If her
Well, the
friend,
thing is too, like if you're, talking up her girl, like her friends, then when you're like, "Hey, come grab food," and she's like, "Well, I'm pissed." She's like, "I want to at least talk to you for 5 seconds."
Exactly. Like,
Yeah,
like
so
you want to
he
include
wants
her.
like the redemption shot.
Redemption.
yeah. So you've introduced yourself to her friends as well. Just be a Chad. Go up to them, introduce yourself, and talk to them individually in the group setting, and go along and show that you're not like this weird, creepy guy. And then you can be like, hey, I'm gonna go get myself. Gonna go to the soda machine. You want to come with? Do they still have those in high schools? Like soda machines,
think
like
so,
snack
I think
machines.
they do.
It's
Why
like
not?
soda and snack machines usually. Yeah, they still do for high school kids.
Yeah, and then talk to him, and then talk to her. Be cool. Or just
Not
sit
bad,
at her lunch table. Like whenever you, it was so funny how like middle school worked. You just went up to the girl and be like, "Hey, you want to go out?" Without not talking to her one time, maybe.
You gotta be like, yo, let me chase you, and if I catch you, we're dating.
Like it was so weird. The principles were back
Too
then.
easy.
Like Brandon's got a good point. Like you would just go. Like if you liked somebody, you would talk to them like on the phone for a little bit, but you wouldn't like go out on a date. And then you would like ask them like, "Hey, do you want to go out with me?" And if they said yes, that's when you started going on dates. Whereas like nowadays, like some people want you to go on dates first, then after a few dates, then it's considered you're dating.
Right.
I'm
You're
not
talking until then.
I'm
I
not
think,
a
yeah.
super attractive guy, so like, I have to play the whole I'm gonna friend zone you harder than you friend zone me, and that usually works out really well.
Worked with Mel.
It definitely
That'll work
did.
with all of us.
It definitely did. It worked really well.
That was totally out of nowhere. Was not expecting.
What, the me and Mel thing?
Yeah, I mean, I had a little inkling of it, and I was like, no way, that's insane. And then it just happened.
Oliver, why'd you just raise your hand there?
No, I kind of anticipated it, honestly.
Yeah, you saw it coming from literally
Yeah.
miles and miles away.
Not like right away, but after this is gonna happen. Especially when Brandon called me and I was like, "So, you have news to tell me, huh?"
That's the thing that like you gotta have with your bros, man. If you're not Eskimo brothers with one of your bros, then what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like that's the cool thing about it is like we were all very mature about it. From my understanding, Oliver, you were kind of upset at first, and I feel really bad about that. But
Yeah, there was
after
a time where Oliver's salt mines were overflowing a little.
Dude, they come and go sometimes.
No doubt, no doubt. I don't blame. I'd be a little upset if that happened to me. Like, naturally, there'd be a little bit I'd have to process and let
I
go
didn't
of.
care. The thing that made it like super awkward is when we went to Travis's birthday party. That was like the most awkward day of my life. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's what happened. I don't remember. Is this something we can't talk about?
That's when you were with Ruby's
Oh
friends or
yeah, when
whatever,
Katie
and
or
that was
whatever
the
her
first-
name
that
was,
the
Kate,
first-
Kate,
That was
B.
like the first time I had seen Mel after we broke up, and like when we were all going to sleep that night, Travis's dad gave her own room, and Mel texted me was like, "Hey, I have more room in here if you want to sleep in here," and I was like, "No!"
Whoa.
I was like, "No!"
Whoa.
I remember that because that girl that I came with got really jealous over Mel. She said that she like sensed some tension in between Mel and I. And I was like,
This seems
no.
to be a trend, doesn't it?
Dude,
Happened to
Mel is
me too with
causing
Mel.
tensions with these girls.
I wasn't
that
even
you
with
guys
her.
are talking to.
I'm like, no,
What about,
we're really
what
good
about
friends.
Leaky Faucet?
Yeah, they never believed that.
Leaky Faucet, Mel got away with somehow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even like. There's never been anything between us.
Well, so now we gotta tell the story of how that happened.
It's almost the same circumstances, except even dumber, because she was with Brandon, obviously, sitting with him on the couch. But
We were like
sitting
holding
out here
hands
in
and
the living
kissing and
room.
shit.
But then she storms out of the living room. We're all sitting in there, and goes to my bedroom. So I follow her, And I'm like, is something wrong? She's like, obviously you're in love with Mel. Like, it's so completely obvious. And I'm like, no, really not. I don't know where you're getting that. And she's like, I can just tell you. You can't deny it. I'm not going to believe you. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm really not. I don't know what else I can say, really. And mind you, I had just, like, forgiven this girl for some bullshit she pulled a couple nights before and given her one more chance because she, like, called me drunk, and that's a whole other story. But I had forgiven her for that, and this was a night where she had, like, brought me Chinese food to, like, as a, you know,
Peace
peace
offering.
pipe. Yeah, peace offering. And then it gets to the point where I'm like, I don't really feel like arguing. She's like, well, maybe I should just leave then. And I'm like, maybe you should.
Doors that way. That was a Chad
And I
move.
like gesture.
That was a Chad move.
She was mad. She was mad.
She
She
was a
thought
salty
that
dog.
she thought that Mel and I were in love with each other, though. She didn't think it was just like one way. She's like, you're in love with her, and she's in love with you. And I'm like, then why is she with Brandon and not just with me? And she's like, I don't know, but I can just tell.
All right, let's change the subject so we get more to not individual people.
Oh, sorry.
No.
No,
So there's a
that's
lesson
fine.
behind that. Like I kind of, don't put up with bullshit. If
No.
it's a girl,
True,
if
yeah.
you
Know what you're worth. Know what you're worth.
That's
Like, if-
true. I agree with that.
if a girl is on some dumb shit, or if a guy is on some dumb shit right away, if there's red flags, know when to call it quits. Be a Chad.
Exactly.
Know that you can get someone else. It is very possible for you. You got someone, you can get someone else.
The 3-month rule.
The 3-month rule, baby.
Can you explain?
Wait, what is this?
Oh,
There's going to be a lot
You
of
gotta explain
insiders
it.
from the Real Sensitive Guys radio
It's a
show.
Travis- it's a
Fans coming
Travis
from the
rule.
radio show. We need to inform some of our fans from the radio show that we're doing this now.
we need to have a
They need
commercial.
some Real
I-
Sensitive
I-
Guys content.
I am not telling my parents about this.
No, not our parents. I'm talking about like let's fucking go and stuff. Man, I haven't said that string of words in a while.
Let's fucking
But
go as a
anyway,
group of girls that we
what
used
was
to
even
hang
the
out with a
question?
lot.
The 3-month rule.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 3-month rule. So basically, no glaring red flags in the first 3 months. She's good to go. If a glaring red flag pops up, you dump her at the 3-month mark or around it, or earlier if it's so like egregious, like getting like she cheats on you. And if she's cheating on you in the first 3 months, if she's cheating on you at all, but especially if she's cheating on you in the first 3 months,
What is she
you're
doing?
not. You're worth more than that, man.
So
You're worth
like,
more
is
than
there,
that.
is there like a tier level of these red flags or just any red flags?
I'm not gonna be like the smallest offense go away. I mean,
But if there's
sometimes,
things that irk
like,
you,
sometimes it's
Yeah,
not
that's
necessarily a red flag, and more like you reach 3 months, and I feel like that's enough time to evaluate a person deeply enough that I could decide whether I wanted to be with them for a long time or not. So
Fair
at the
enough.
3-month mark, I kind of evaluate it, and I'm like, are they the one? Like, do I
I
need
can
to
get
drag them
behind
on
that,
any
yeah.
further and just make it hurt more later down the road, or do I just end it here?
What I also
Good call.
noticed is that Travis didn't explain what the trifecta was last time.
Did I not?
No, we said we were going to, but you
Oh, we
didn't
like
get
mentioned
to.
it and then totally got away from it.
Exactly.
Well, you got to know about the trifecta too. I don't think we could even talk about the trifecta on the radio. So nobody probably knows about this
Nobody
except for the
knows
people who
about it.
sat in Ramsden with us.
Okay.
Because we'd
I think
explain
I
it to
know
like
the
everybody who
basis
would
of
hear
the
it.
trifecta, but I want Travis to explain.
only pick
like,
two.
All
the
right.
trifecta.
So yeah, there's 3 points, right? You
Mm-hmm.
only get to pick 2 points on the triangle, the trifecta.
and this is
there's
for girls,
loyalty.
by the way, for people that was
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, for a partner.
Exactly.
You got loyalty, sanity, and good sex. Those are the 3
Okay.
points.
Three
All right.
things.
You only ever get to pick 2. If you find a
Okay.
girl that's all 3, that's the girl you wife. That's basically the rule.
Unicorn.
And there's also a label for each combination of the 2 points. So you've got the
Okay.
loyalty and the good sex. That would be the crazy
Sheltered.
bitch. That's the crazy bitch. Because she doesn't have the
Okay.
sanity. She just has the loyalty and the good sex.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Then you have the sheltered virgin, who has the loyalty and the sanity, but not the good sex. So an
Right,
option to
'cause
get the
she's-
3 points filled out is to find a sheltered virgin, and
Train
know.
her. Teach her.
yeah, For lack of a
no
better word.
Okay, so then what is it with sanity and good sex?
Sanity and good sex, that is...
A cheating bitch is what that is.
Oh, yeah, the flaky bitches. The flaky,
flaky
bitches.
bitches.
Flaky bitches.
Yeah, so you don't get the loyalty.
I
They
think
could
that-
leave you at any time.
Does this logic apply to men
Okay.
as well? Like, could we
Oh,
fit
yeah.
this with men?
I'm sure it would
I'm
need some
sure
like
you
very
could.
slight modifications, but I
Yeah,
mean, there's
probably.
like what would a trifecta be for guys?
Well, you have loyalty as one. That has to be one.
I would say
I mean, you
little
can
man
keep loyalty,
syndrome.
sanity, and good sex, but like, what are we calling like the guy who's loyal and sane? What are we calling him?
The guy who's loyal and sane.
I think sheltered. No, a
I-
neckbeard.
No,
No,
sheltered
not a
virgin
neckbeard.
is
Not a neckbeard.
A
Like a
man who's sane.
like a
and,
Christian boy.
Mormon.
I'm a Mormon.
Yeah, like sheltered virgin is pretty much equivalent to religious boy.
Yeah, I'd say that.
if he's
The
got
1-8.
if he's got a Bible quote in his little bio, then that's what we're talking about there.
If
If it's a guy who's saving himself for marriage, you know he's hitting 2 points and 2 points
Exactly.
only.
No, most guys don't know where the
Alright.
G spot is, though. I could argue
That's
that.
true.
Yeah, honestly, a guy hitting all 3 points is even more like insane than a girl
The guy
hitting
hitting
3
all
points.
3
What if-
points is David Beckham.
But okay, David Beckham is.
He's actually
He's too
sheltered
good.
virgin. I
He's
hope
You
you
think
know.
David Beckham rocks in the sack?
Too good of a soccer player.
I'm just saying, I bet David Rockham rocks in the sack.
Rock
I bet
him.
he bends-
Rock
I
him,
bet,
sock
I
him,
bet
Beckham.
he. Let's just say, I bet he bends it like Beckham in there.
Dude, that's real.
True.
You want to hear? So when sorry to change subjects real quick, but just one little caveat. So when me and my brothers were younger, instead of like we couldn't say bad words around our parents, so we wouldn't say douchebag. We call each other David Beckhams.
What?
That's so cute.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oliver was a church
Yeah.
boy.
I have this concept. I have this theory that I want to get the approval from everybody. I think every
Okay.
guy to a certain level is a fuck boy. It's just a spectrum.
I agree.
Given the opportunity, any guy would be a fuckboy.
I mean, I did it for the
100%.
hot sec.
I got
so
called a
really hot
I did
fuckboy,
it.
man. I got called a player because of my 3-month rule.
Oh my god.
That's really
Oh,
interesting.
that's what it is with that's what it is with instead of for the trifecta, instead of flaky bitches, it's players. For
Fuck
guys.
boy.
Yeah, that's a
boys or
good one.
players?
That's a good
You
one.
do
Players.
fuck boys, and then you have the Christian boys.
Flaky bitches can
Mormons.
leave you at any time. Players
Yeah.
can tell you to get out at any time.
You have
Yeah.
you have fuck boys, and then you have church boys. What's
And
the
you have
third
players?
one? we need?
One more.
What's the
Players and
third
fuck
one we
boys are
need?
kind of the same
Oh,
thing.
player is
Yeah.
fuckboy?
We have flaky
Yeah,
bitches
same
and homie
thing.
hoppers.
Homie hoppers.
Oh my
This is still
God.
kind of fuck boys a little bit. I feel like.
No, because what is it with loyalty and good sex? What's that? Because
That's probably a
church
Christian boy.
No,
Church boys
No,
are-
Oh,
that's
crazy
not good
bitch.
sex.
no, church boy is
Oh.
loyalty and
Oh, controlling
sanity.
guy. Loyalty and good sex is controlling guy.
guy.
Yeah, that's probably
Yes.
fair.
Like the guy that's like, I need to know where you're going, what friends you're hanging out with. You're only
Text when
allowed
you
to
get
have
there.
one friend that's a guy. You're only allowed to have 5 friends that are girls.
Text
Yeah,
That's
when
the
you get
controlling
there.
guy right there.
God, that sucks.
But we're saying that if you have this trifecta, you're getting a church boy, a controlling boy.
No,
and
no,
a
no.
fuck boy.
The church boy
No,
is the
no.
negative connotation.
Yeah, the trifecta takes the positives. The hitting a point on the trifecta is a positive. Loyalty, sanity, good sex. You hit the 3 of those.
Okay.
And you
Don't
find
get the
yourself a
bad.
unicorn. You know?
Okay. So if you hit all 3, you get the perfect. But if you only get
You get
2,
Mr.
you get
Right.
one of the- Exactly.
That's
If
hubby
you hit
material.
2, you get a negative.
They got a podcast, if they're sensitive, and they're guys. Trifecta.
Basically, we're telling you, date us, please.
Date me.
Date us.
Date me. All 3 of them are taken. Date me. I'm actually single.
True.
Oh.
Will,
Eh.
we're directing all our wingman energy to you.
This is just a big boyfriend resume for all the women watching right now. Date Will.
Yeah,
For
if there's women watching this, hit Will up.
Oh my god.
My DMs
No,
will be
I'm
open. I'll
terrified.
send them over to him.
Send an email with questions just towards
Yeah.
Make
That'd be
sure you
kinda
include a
funny.
picture. We need a picture.
That'd be
Send
hilarious.
Yeah, and a bio.
Send Will questions. Questions for Will. That's gonna be a segment on
Questions
the
for
podcast.
Wheel to Watch.
18 and up. No Millie Bobby Browns. All right.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Let's do
please,
like a
no
date
Millie
Will
Bobby Browns.
segment where girls
A
email
date
in
Will
and like we see if they should date Will. We like review them and see if they should date Will.
And they get to send in a resume, but they get to ask one question each.
Yeah.
I think we would get canceled.
No.
we're because we're you know where this is going. We're gonna start rating them like out of 20 with their personality and looks together.
Oh, this sounds like the spreadsheet.
No.
The what? The what?
We don't need to send them a picture of themselves.
The
Just send
sacred
them
text?
their resume.
We haven't not touched that thing in years, I feel like.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Who has
All
that
right,
on
well, I have a
computer?
subject.
Okay, hit us.
All right, so when we were all together earlier, we started talking about games, and it got me thinking about like memorable games that like we have played, or memorable games for like generations and stuff like that. Like we talked
Dude.
about, like me and Travis talked about Pokemon, how much that
Yep.
like how much you could tell how much it impacted people because of how much you talked about it. And then we started talking about Star Wars, The Fallen Order, and then we got into like Battlefront and stuff like that. So one of the things that I want to talk about is like talking about like old school games, or not really old school games, but just games that like made an impact on you. Cause like
Yeah.
I know we talked about like Jack and Daxter, we talked about Sly Cooper, or we wanted to, and
Ratchet
then
and
we brought up,
Clank.
like, Ratchet and Clank, and then I threw two in that were brand new that I still think made an impact on people because I think still.
Oh
people
yeah, we
play
should do old ones and new ones. Cause like the first game that
Because-
came to my mind when you started talking about that is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption.
I feel
that
like
was
that's
good
a game
series.
that's gonna be like remembered for generations. It's a fucking
One-
masterpiece.
One of the other one is God of War. The God of War series has just
Yeah,
been.
dude.
Oh yeah,
played
series
them,
will
but-
always be good. Like the Fallout series, the Elder Scrolls series, everyone will remember
Yup.
that.
What about
that's still going.
BioShock? What about BioShock?
Never heard of it. Actually, I think I have never played it,
BioShock was
but-
good.
BioShock was great. BioShock 1.
I
and
like
then
BioShock Infinite the best, honestly.
Yes. That game was amazing. Brandon, where are you on this subject?
So there's a bunch of games that really made my thing work.
I also brought in Last of Us.
OG like 2005, 2006 Battlefront 2 is another one that's just
Bully.
in his-
Yes.
Bully. Honestly, most Rockstar games make it in because like you've got
Spyro.
Red Dead Redemption 2, you've got GTA, like
Yeah.
all of them. They're
Brought in,
historic.
Last of Us.
Last of Us, true. They're making a second of that game.
The first game is one of the most best story-driven horror games, I guess,
Of all
I could
time.
see.
Dude, I didn't even play that game at first, and I like cried when I watched a streamer play it.
So,
I watched the Rad Brad
It's
play it.
such a good fucking game.
So some of the I looked up the best video games from the 2000s.
From the 2000s? Okay.
Hit us.
He's lagging really badly.
Things are- Who's lagging?
You are.
You were.
Am I lagging now?
No, you're good.
No.
Like this they have the Sim. This is actually from like the early 2000s. Final Fantasy, The Sims.
Which
Final
so did
Fantasy's
you
a
guys ever
good
play
one.
like the Black Eyed Peas version of The Sims? The Sims the
What?
Herbs.
The herbs.
Left 4
It was so
Dead
goofy.
from 2000.
Oh, Left
It
4
was-
Dead series is one that's gonna go down in history for sure. A lot of Valve
That's a
games
good
too, like
one.
Team Fortress.
Grand Theft Auto.
Of course.
ICO.
ICO.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
World of
what was
Warcraft.
Counter-Strike.
What was
Counter-Strike.
that one old game?
Rock
Shadow of the
Band.
Colossus.
Fallout 3.
That was a good game.
Fallout 3, of course.
BioShock was #1
When
rated
did Fallout
game in the early
3
part
come
of
out?
the 2000s.
Let's fucking go.
I can look real quick. I had just
What about Shadow of the Colossus? That game is good.
they gave me the top 15, so I just looked.
The Assassin's Creed series, COD series, Battlefield
Yeah.
series.
What's
They'll
your favorite
always be
Assassin's
huge.
Creed? I say number 3 with the
I
fucking
say
Indian.
Black Flag, baby. Pirates. I love pirates.
I was
It
about to
came
say
Brandon, it
whore
came
for
out in
pirates.
08.
I like Odyssey. Odyssey isn't bad.
I
Where you
haven't
get to
played
play as a
Odyssey yet. I
Spartan.
want to so bad.
Is it
You gotta
good?
play as a
Brandon,
Spartan.
Brandon, it came out in 08.
Fallout 3.
Yep, 08.
Still such a great game.
The second Assassin's Creed where you get to play Ezio out the
Yeah.
Torre dei
Al
Brotherhood.
Controle!
Where you play
Brotherhood's
you
probably my
play
second.
in the Renaissance. That game
I wasn't
is
a big
amazing.
Assassin's Creed fan, but I've played it.
The most
It's a
badass
great-
feeling was whistling, and then like your fucking dudes just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dude, that was amazing. But then the one where you take place in Egypt. What one was that one? That one was Origin.
I played that
Yeah.
and I liked it. They're going very RPG like with their games.
I
and
like
I'm not too
that.
sure I like that.
That's
played
why I wanna
Black
play.
Flag. I played Black Flag.
Black Flag
is
was
the best.
awesome. The pirate
Black Flag
battles,
is
the
the
ship
best.
battles.
Mm-hmm.
Black
Did you
Flag's
like the
A1.
Did you like the DLC where you got to play as like a slave that like breaks out and
I haven't even done the DLC yet. That sounds lit though.
No, that sounds really cool.
yeah. In the DLC, you get to play since it takes place in the Caribbean. You get to play as you get to take part in the Haitian uprising, where
Oh,
all the
that's lit.
Haitian slaves. Yeah, because Assassin's Creed is history based.
Yeah, I remember learning about this in history. That's insane.
They hire historians so that way they can do detailed work and stuff like that on like the game itself.
And then just
like, for
completely
the-
butcher it by shoving their story down
Assassin's
its throat
Creed
of
3.
history.
No,
like,
they
they
build
would-
they build their story around history.
Well, yeah. So I would.
was the tyranny of King Washington
Yeah,
real history based?
that was
Yes.
dope.
Yes, that
Like,
was actually a thing.
In Assassin's Creed 3, they talk about like Lexington and Conquer, the Revolutionary War in America. Bro, you know for a fact when that test came out in my history class, I'm like, I fucking lived this shit. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you fucking know who I am? I have 3,000 confirmed kills. All right?
Like
I've stood with the likes of
Renaissance
George
one-
Washington.
You know what
The
was,
Renaissance one was a good one too because the Renaissance one was good because not
Ezio.
only did they actually go to like Rome and Greece and stuff like that to like get like the backdrops to this place, but the whole thing with like how like the Pope was like the evil guy, that actually happened in history. Like there was a
Evil
what
Pope.
was like it was a Pope whatever that Pope's name was a real person and like
Devil
the bad
Pope.
guys that were, the bad guys that were like actually happening was a real thing. The same thing with Assassin's Creed Unity, the French uprising, the French Revolution.
Oh yeah.
All of that is historically
That shit was
accurate.
intense.
Like the historical facts they put in on Assassin's Creed are accurate as shit.
Yeah,
We learned a lot about the
it's-
French Revolution in Dino Doritos.
I hardly remember that class.
And you took it twice.
I would get belligerently. Don't do this, please don't do this. I would get belligerently drunk and would go to that class
Inebriated.
and would just talk to girls. And then once Dino Dorito told me to shut my whore mouth, I would just draw whatever he said. That was my notes for the class.
I mean, that's kind of clever, I guess.
You had some good quips.
So I do remember, you guys ever play
What
Wait,
is
what?
it?
What was it?
Medal of Honor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, Medal of Honor. That was
Medal
back
of
in the
Honor
day,
Rising
too.
Sun was my shit. Where you could set
That
up those
was-
computer battles with your friends and have like you and your friend versus like 8 computers. And you play on the
That was
fucking like
original
baseball
Call of
field.
Duty. That
Yeah.
was the original Call of Duty.
Remember when they
I-
tried to
I-
release that game
I remember
alongside like when
three.
Call of Duty and Battlefield got big? Medal of Honor tried to release that game just called Medal of Honor, and it was like
Okay.
straight trash.
Yeah, Medal of Honor
I
kinda
fucking
fell
love that
off.
game. Actually. Pretty good.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't up to par with what
It
was
was-
available.
it was a battle, like a cheap Battlefield.
It
Realistically,
was buggy as fuck, man.
Now, dude, Kino Dorito on zombies. Playing zombies with your bros back in the day, there's nothing that could really beat that.
I used to do that like every day after school. We did it on split screen
Hell yeah. dude.
on my box ass TV.
The worst is when you get up to like a really high level and you die off some bullshit, and then you're like, "Fuck, I don't want to restart all over again."
The best map
Feels
was
bad.
Ascension
Terrible.
on Black Ops 1. Ascension
Oh
was my
yeah,
favorite.
such is pretty nice.
I liked the Call of the Dead.
The one with the actors?
Yeah. I was a fan. I like huge open ones like that.
You know, Black Ops 1 was easily my favorite Call of Duty of all time.
It's my second for sure.
What's your first?
Modern Warfare 2, baby.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's the only one that takes the cake.
That's everybody's go-to.
It's the undisputed king.
Is it because it has the good story? Is
It's
that
because
what
of
it is?
Rust.
Best
isn't it?
guns, best maps, best
Because of
story
Rust?
mode. Like, it had everything.
All right, if Rust wasn't in that game, is it still number one?
Obviously.
Obviously.
There's so many other good maps.
Terminal,
High Rise,
Scrapyard,
Terminal.
High Rise. Villa was okay. Like
I
there's
liked
so
Villa a
many.
lot.
That's true, I guess. It has some good maps.
Modern Warfare 3 was really good too. Underrated.
Modern Warfare 3 was fantastic.
Modern
The
Warfare
sniping
3 felt like
mechanic.
Modern Warfare 2 mixed with Black Ops. I really liked
I
it.
thought Ghost was underrated.
Ghost was trash.
I wasn't.
Can we talk
wasn't-
about Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon? Since Oliver just reminded me of
Talk about
Ghost
buggy
Ghost
games,
Recon?
man. Or are we talking about the original good Ghost Recon games like Advanced Warfighter 2?
I've played one
Exactly.
That shit was cash. Talk about
That
fun
shit was
computer
amazing.
fights.
of them.
Dude, those were.
If we go back to the 2000s, there's a couple of them that I remember. Do you guys remember the Billy and Mandy fighting game? The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy fighting
I
game?
watched the
No.
show, so I probably heard about
The
it.
original SpongeBob games where you would. Get
Oh,
to
dude,
watch
Yes, I
they're
played
remaking this year
those
Battle
were
for Bikini
fire.
Bottom.
What?
They were
No
remaking it this
way.
year.
No way.
Dude,
They
that
are.
game is gonna be so fucking.
Are they still
fire.
making new episodes for SpongeBob? I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah,
if they
I
Yes.
are.
think so.
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
so.
It
They're
got-
milking that for all it's worth. For all
Oh
it's
yeah,
worth.
because it got canceled for like a year or like 2 years, and then like out of one day,
There
I
was, like,
scrolling
outrage.
through. Yeah,
it
there was
like
a
the only,
huge
it was like one of
outrage.
the only shows from the '90s like still making episodes, and then all of a sudden
Exactly.
they stopped.
Simpsons.
I actually have a funny story about SpongeBob. So I used to watch SpongeBob as a kid, and I loved it to death. And so one day, it was when we still lived in Virginia. I was downstairs in like our living room area watching SpongeBob, and like I forget what episode it was, but I was just watching out, enjoying myself, and then out of nowhere the TV cuts, and it's like I'm like, what the hell is going on? Mind you, 6 or 7, so I'm just cussing up. I'm like, where the fuck is SpongeBob? Where's all this shit? And it turns out like the TV switch and Pope John Paul II has died. I'm like, I don't fucking care. Put SpongeBob back on.
SpongeBob.
Oh,
Alrighty, guys. If you guys enjoyed this episode of the Real Sensitive Guys, be sure to share this shit on Twitter. You don't even have to leave a like. Alrighty, share this shit on Twitter. Share it on Instagram. Share it to your mom
this
on
stuff out.
Facebook. Your mom is
Tell
a
it to your
very
dad.
pretty lady. And your
I
dad?
wouldn't share this to my parents.
See,
You know, and if any moms out there need any advice, hit us up at DrSpinShootImpress. It'll be in the description at gmail.com.
Or if they want to
Please.
date Will.
Or if they want to date Will, we want some girlfriend resumes as well.
Send in your
Send a
resumes
picture.
and ask one question.
applications send to William the Wise.
We will review your application
Shut up.
on the show. Okay. DrSpinShootImpress at gmail.com. Finally, if you guys have made it this far, if you've gotten through the intro, if you've gotten through the episode, comment the word watermelon in the comment section. That way we know that you're a real one. We might shout you out in the next episode. Shout out Emily Grable. She was the only one that commented from last time. So shout out Emily
What did
Grable.
she-
you
Shout out to Grabe.
What'd she say? You cut out when I knew I was listening.
She said the magic word. I don't remember what it was. It was one
Was
of your
it no,
ridiculous.
no, no?
It was like scrumptious
Oh,
or
it's
something.
supple. It was
Supple,
supple.
supple.
It was subtle.
What does that mean? Anyway, it's
It
been
means
your
really-
boy.
It means really soft.
It's been
Okay,
your
how are we doing
boy.
this?
It's been your boy, Brandon.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Travis.
And I'm Will.
And you guys listening to?
The real,
Real
sensitive
sensitive
guys.
That was just awful again. We're gonna get this
It
right one
can't.
of
It
these
doesn't
times.
work
That was
over
terrible.
over
It's
mics,
Oliver.
man.
He waits for us.
Yeah, yeah. Was that him? Stop that.
He was like, real
The
sensitive
real
guys.
Guys.
You guys were slow. I'm sorry.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We're out, guys.
Peace. Have a good week.
Peace.
Love you.
Another good one in the books, boys.